combined points, rebounds, and assists. Karl Anthony Towns has 5 games this postseason with 35 or more of those 3 things combined, but he has not had one in the last 5 games. Why not now in a closeout night? This is going to be Cat's night, I think. Give me Karl Anthony Towns, 35 or more points, rebounds, or assists combined. But we focus more on Bridges right now as we open this conversation up because he was a huge point of conversation all year on this show. He's been performing well on both ends of the floor for the Knicks this postseason. He's shooting better than 60% on offense and holding opponents below 40% on defense, according to ESPN tracking. And so now I ask you, Brian Windhorst, has Bridges proven that he's worthy of all those picks this postseason?
Well, Shay, I'm laughing because I was standing in the Knicks tunnel after the game the other night, and the Knicks, there was a bunch of Knicks fans who had tickets to were right alongside the Knicks tunnel. And as Bridges was coming off an absolute masterful performance, they were shouting, "Bleep them picks." The old LA Rams thing about when they win the championship. And he tried not to smile, but I know he heard it because there was no way you couldn't hear it. And I think that's been something we've heard a lot in New York in this postseason. Now, let me just say this. As I'm getting older, guys, I'm starting to develop these sayings, and I can't help it, and I'm not stopping. And one of my things I've learned in the NBA is when you win a championship, it means never saying you're sorry. Whatever it took to get you to that championship, it doesn't matter. It's so hard to win that you never apologize for what it took. And the Knicks may be on the verge of it. And so I can't answer this question, Shay. First off, I think we should know that so far the picks that have transferred to the Nets have been the pick numbers 19 and 26. I don't think the Knicks have any looking back, but I can't see what's going to happen in 2031. In 2031, that might be the greatest player since Jordan that gets drafted with the pick that the Knicks traded. Nobody knows, but this I do know. If the Knicks get to the finals and win, it won't matter. Because if Mikal Bridges is a piece that you needed to get you to this level, then whatever you had to do makes it worth it. That's a rule of the NBA that I believe, and that's a rule that I think should be applied in this case.
Stephen A.
Contrary to popular belief, I am a humble soul. And I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm going to take the opportunity to do just that today. Because, a lot of people will look at me and get on me because of how I was going off about Mikal Bridges, including Josh Hart. And I know it's popular to sit up there and say, what do you think now, Stephen A? What do you think now? And what they don't realize is that I'm looking at them and I'm saying, you're welcome. Because since I went off, Shay, in the nation's capital, and I was sweating bullets, looking like I was about to have a stroke on national television because the New York Knicks had lost to the Atlanta Hawks, and I went ballistic talking about you better not lose this series. The Knicks haven't lost a game. They haven't lost a game. So guess what? You understand? I go off and they've won 10 straight. I don't know how y'all looking at it, but I know how I'm looking at it. Maybe I should do it again. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe they lose again, I might do it again. Whatever it takes. Because I knew that Mikal Bridges is better than 7.2 points a game on 44% shooting. And over the last 8 games of this postseason, he's at 19 on 69% shooting and 48 from three-point range. I'm good with that because you're efficient and you're effective. Shooting 68% over the last 10 games, okay? Shooting 71% over the last 3 games against Cleveland. I'm looking at this stuff. I'm like, yeah, give me that, okay? If we give up 4 unprotected first-round picks for you, plus an additional pick, plus a pick to be swapped, I expect you to go out there and play. You don't have to average 30 a night, but you got to at least be what we're seeing him be in these last 10 games, and I'm very proud of what I'm seeing. So Josh Hart was absolutely right coming to the defense of his teammate, as he should. Look at how together they are. Look at how they're playing. It is fabulous to watch. And in the same breath, you haven't won the chip yet. And here's where it comes down to. Why do those picks matter? Wendy, it's not about 19 or 26 or anything like that. It's about the fact that you and various others reported over this summer that the Knicks had a chance to get Giannis. And if you have those assets, you could have had Giannis. You know what erases that? You're absolutely right, Wendy. I don't give a damn about Giannis if the Knicks win the chip. Knicks win the chip, I could care less. Finally, since 1973, a championship. is back at the Garden. I'm good. But that's what it takes. They've been to the finals in 99, then 94. They've been to the title in 99, okay? They came up short. They haven't won a title since 1973. I want the chip. Orange and blue skies. It wasn't 99. This is the best opportunity the New York Knicks have had since 1994. It's been 32 years. This is the best. This is not about Dougie. This is not about, oh my goodness, we got to the finals. And then I'm looking at you and the epitaph is already written because there's no way in hell you're going to beat San Antonio or OKC. No, the Knicks got us looking at them going like this. All right, they would be the underdog, but they could pull us off. They might pull us off. This is what I'm talking about. This is the moment we've been waiting for. You close the deal tonight. You go into that finals. You understand what I'm saying? You make sure you scratch, you claw, you fight, and you got a chance to bring the chip back to Madison Square Garden. We good. We good. But that didn't look like it was going to happen at the end of the regular season. It damn sure didn't look like it was going to happen after 3 games against the Atlanta Hawks. I said what I said. I meant every damn syllable that I uttered out of my mouth. You understand? And I do it again if it gives us the results that we've gotten since that motivational
He's a humble
speech
soul, dog.
that I was given.
So humble.
The both of them are 100% right. If they win a championship, nobody cares about the picks. But normally speaking, you don't give up 5 picks for what is essentially the 4th best player on the team. Because he's not better than OG, he's not better than Towns, and he's not better than, obviously, Brunson. Normally, you wouldn't make that trade, but they win it all. I can't say a word. Here's one thing I'm going to say, because I'm getting tired of this now, and I know, and Stephen A. especially. The Atlanta Hawks, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, these teams aren't any good. Okay? They are not good teams. All right? The Hawks are not a good band. They're okay. They were down 2-1. Philadelphia had their Game 7 against the Celtics when they won that game, and Embiid didn't play. Philly's not that good, and Cleveland isn't that good. I mean, let's take it easy with this 10-game winning streak against the garbage in the Eastern Conference.
All right,
they did not beat the Chicago Bulls with Jordan and Pippen. Let's take it easy. Please, can we take it easy? And, you know, if they go out there in Oklahoma City and get killed, then what are we going to say about the Eastern Conference? Hey, you're hot stuff. You had Detroit in the final a couple of months ago, for crying out loud. I can't listen to you.
And
You had the Pistons. You love the Pistons. I didn't have the Pistons. I didn't have them. But let's take it easy on this Eastern Conference. You guys are going crazy. Brian, your thoughts on the East? It's lousy. Call it like we see it. No?
Whatever.
I've seen better. I've seen worse. I've seen better. I will say this one thing, dog. They may have caught the 76ers satisfied, and they may have caught the Cavs satisfied, but the Knicks have been unsatisfied, and they should get credit for that.
Very good. Very way to tie a bow.
And they've been stellar. They made Cleveland look bad. Okay. And they're making shots, and Karl Anthony Towns is being a facilitator, and Brunson is doing what he's been doing the last 3 years. I don't know what you're talking about. Orange and blue skies, baby.
Okay, great.
Orange and blue skies.
Great. Closeout game tonight. But let's recap those picks really quick. We got OG Anunoby to have 25-plus points, rebounds, and assists. Mikal Bridges to score 15 or more points. Karl Anthony Towns to have 35 or more points, rebounds, and assists. Those odds, plus 600 for a parlay right now on DraftKings Sportsbook. Coming up, who does Stephen A. think was snubbed from first-team All-NBA